If you have something to offer the world, but you are afraid of visibility, or you don't want to be seen, or you're whatever, you feel afraid to put yourself out there, to put your voice out there, to put your message out there, your product, your service, whatever, this video is for you. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about your true voice. And this is something that I'm going to call your true voice because that just feels like the best fit for right now. But some people might call it your intuition. Some people might call it like, it sounds a lot like channeling. It can sound like your guides. It can sound like consciousness, God, source, your gut, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to talk about in this video why getting in touch with this and speaking from this place is going to solve your visibility dilemma, and how you can start to learn how to recognize it, and um, and just like why why you want to take the time to build this relationship with this voice, right? I'm going to start there because it's obvious and just like, duh. You want to build this relationship with this voice, this true voice of yours, because it is going to be the thing that is like, I don't know. Also, I would call it like my purpose, my dharma or something. This is the reason that I am here, is to carry whatever message or offering or gift that this true voice has to offer. And another why, other than just like fulfilling one's purpose, is pretty amazing. But in case you need more than that, uh, following this voice and listening to this voice and expressing this voice is going to bring all of the things that you want and need to have a meaningful, satisfying, wonderful life to you. It'll give you the relationships, it'll give you the opportunities, it's going to, um, you know, bring to you the things that are going to make your life rich. So that's the why. And yeah, I mean, just like, you know, because I think I'm going to pause there actually. So that's the why. So now I want to talk about getting to know sort of the qualities of this voice so that you can recognize it. Because this is actually probably the hardest part. Because if it were easy for people to just go around and speak their voice, that everybody would just be living the life of their dreams, right? And clearly that's not happening. um, so this is part of this is because of, well, yeah, okay. Part of this is because we get distracted. You're probably getting distracted by your thoughts and your ideas and your ego. And those things, they really, really want to be liked. They really want to be seen and they want to be liked. And those are the most important things to them. They want to express themselves and they want to be validated. They need to be validated. They need to feel real. They need to feel alive, like they matter. And the only way that they can feel that way most of the time is when people agree with you, when they like what you're putting out there, when they're giving it attention, when they're engaging with it. And that is why you feel afraid to put yourself out there. Because the flip side of that, of course, is that when people don't engage with it and they don't like it and they disagree with it, then all of that stuff feels really threatening. It challenges and threatens your identity, your existence, your reality, and feels really awful, right? Like that feels awful. So that's the part that is afraid of you being visible and you sharing your gifts and your messages and your offerings with the world. And being able to just simply recognize that and get to know that is going to help you out a ton. Knowing when, like earlier in the video, when I started with, I think, and I stopped myself because I was like, oh, yeah, no, I think is not, that's not, it could include a message from my true voice, but I would probably want to sit back and like double check that. Um, and I can do that by feeling into my body, but I'll get into that later. So if you're thinking and you're leading with your ideas and your thoughts alone, and those ideas and those thoughts are easily um, like there's like fear or something attached to them. Like if you really want people to like them, or maybe that's not easier to notice, but if you start to notice like feeling defensive or triggered when people don't agree with them or don't like them, or you're noticing that you don't want to share it because you're afraid that people might not like it or that they might disagree with it, that's a good indication that you're processing from this place of your thoughts and your ego. And there's nothing wrong with that. And all of that stuff is still really important. And that stuff can actually be really helpful in making contact and getting in touch with um, your true voice. But a lot of people forget or get distracted by it and think that like that's all of me, right? And it's not. It's not all of you. It's not who you are. It's not what you have to offer. It's not your gifts. It's just a part of you. And it's a tool to help you because your ego does help you express the gifts and the messages that you're meant to carry out into the world. But it's just a tool, it's just a part of it, it's not the whole picture. And when you forget that it's just a part of it and it starts to run the show, then you get scared and you don't do the thing, or you do the thing and then you get in fights with people. um, so your true voice, though, which is very different, feels very different. Your true voice does not need the external validation. It does not need people to agree with or like what you have to say for it to feel good. Your true voice feels good when you're able to hear it, understand it, translate it, and express it accurately, authentically. That whole process just feels good. It Well, maybe the whole process maybe doesn't always feel good. It's a little bit messy and a little bit clunky. But once you get to the point where you're like, oh, yeah, that's the right word. It's kind of like when you're trying to find the right word and it's on the tip of your tongue and you just can't get it out. And then that moment when it comes to you and you say it and you're like, oh, yeah, that was it. That's what I was thinking of. Or like epiphanies. If you have epiphanies, it feels a lot like that. But it's sort of like it's a communication, right? Like your true voice is trying to reach you constantly. It has so many gifts that it wants you in particular, to share with the world because nobody else can share and deliver this message the way that you can. Only you can do that. And it really needs you to hear it and listen to it and then like decipher it and translate it because it doesn't always come in like direct words. And then express that onto the world. And that's the process that feels validating and feels good. So, the other part of that is that it does not feel afraid. It doesn't feel afraid of whether or not other people agree with it. It knows and it trusts that the people who it's meant for will hear it and find it as long as you keep expressing it. And 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 again, like expressing it in the true and authentic way that only you can. Um so yeah. Um I think that's I'll make another video that gets into more of like how to really tell the difference and to know when you're really tapping in and in like direct contact and communication with this part of you, this true voice. Um, because there are processes and practices and things that you can do to better connect with it. The other thing about your true voice that's really important to know is that you're constantly in a process of trying to get in contact with it, understand it, and express it. That, I don't know, could basically be like sum up what we're doing here on this planet, individually, because then like we can co-create and create a lot of cool stuff with other people who are doing the same thing, right? Who are trying to create and offer things and share things with their unique gifts. So, the other thing that's really important about the true voice is disagreement and conflict actually helps you get in better contact with your true voice. So, this is where it it's like really reassuring that if people are disagreeing with you, you try not to get caught up in all your thoughts and your ego and all of the fear, because that's going to distract you from actually being able to pause and check in with yourself, check in with your body, check in with your intuition, this true voice. Like, how does this land? How does this fit? What is this person saying and doing that could maybe give me more information to help me get in touch and make better contact with my true voice? That's the question that you want to ideally be checking in with when you express something and then you get feedback. Even if you don't get feedback, or like the feedback is crickets or no engagement, uh, there's again, it's still really important to recognize that that parts in you really don't feel good about that. And even in that no engagement process, you can still check in with yourself and see how your ego is responding, how parts of you are feeling, and and like build a relationship with them, because then that's going to help you to also like the more that you get to know all of the different parts inside of you, all of um like what your ego sounds like, you're going to be able to hear the difference between your true voice and those other parts. So yeah, to sum that up, it was disagreement and conflict and all the kinds of engagement are helpful in you getting in touch with your true voice. So I'm going to end the video now because it's already longer than I really intended it to be, but that happens sometimes. And yeah, if you feel like liking this because something, really resonated, or you maybe need to go through the video a couple of times because I touched on some things that maybe spoke to your true voice. Maybe you got a feeling, maybe you sense something, but you're not sure. You can rewatch it and listen a little bit deeper inside you and less to my words, maybe. Um, yeah, you can hit the like button. And if you like this also, you can also hit the subscribe button because I will be posting more content like this. I will get a video out about, uh, again, like a practice to help you get more in touch and being able to hear and discern your voice. Because again, once you find that voice, the fear around visibility becomes so much easier to work with. Um, and even the ongoing process of once you start to become more visible and put yourself out there, navigating again all the disagreements and the feedback that you will inevitably get. Um, so that's it for now, and thanks. Bye.